Let me tell you about one of the most dangerous production incidents you'll ever face. Nothing is down, nothing is slow, nothing is throwing errors. Dashboards are green, alerts are silent, pipelines passing, and yet data is wrong. Not missing, not delayed, not partially loaded, but wrong. This is not a crash incident, not a latency incident. This is a truth corruption incident. And this is where systems quietly destroy businesses without anyone noticing until it's too late. Before we go deeper, if these incidents feel real to you, if you have ever been on call and felt this panic, like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am running a 30-day real DevOps incident challenge. Complete the challenge and I'll personally send you a free DevOps simulation ebook. No paid courses will ever teach you. This is real production thinking. Alright, let's continue. What this episode is really about. This episode is not about databases, not about MySQL, not about Postgres, not about NoSQL. This episode is about something deeper. What happens when your systems keep running but stops telling the truth? Because when systems lie, users don't complain immediately. Alerts don't fire. Teams don't react. Damage accumulates quietly. And by the time you notice, the blast radius is massive. Imagine a normal production system. Requests come in, services process them, other services read that data. Everything looks normal. Latency is good. Error rates 0. Traffic is steady. But under the surface, something subtle changes. Not infrastructure, not deployment, not traffic. Data itself. The first signs, users start reporting strange things. My total looks wrong. My balance doesn't match yesterday. Support tickets comes in. Not floods, not outages, just confusion. They check metrics, still nothing. They check dashboards, they are green as usual. This is where teams start doubting users instead of systems. And that's dangerous. How data corruption actually happens? Data corruption rarely comes from one big failure. It comes from small invisible changes, a schema that was backward compatible, a migration that assumed old data shape, a background job running twice, an idempotency failure, a rounding change, time zone shift, serialization mismatch, an event processed out of order, a retry that wasn't safe. Nothing crashes, everything works. But the meaning of data changes, and meaning is everything. Missing services, high latency, error spikes, but data corruption is presence with wrong meaning. Your system is alive but dishonest. You now have two numbers for same thing. Two interpretations of truth, two realities inside one system. And no alerts tell you which one is correct. This is why even senior engineers fear silent corruption more than outages. What's the business impact here? Now the damage compounds. Invoices are generated incorrectly. Reports don't reconcile. Financial audits fail. Customer trust erodes. Manual corrections explode. Support cost rises. No dramatic outage postmortem. No clear incident start time. Just slow erosion. This is how companies bleed without realizing it. Someone says, let's just fix the data. But which data are you going to fix here? Which version? You can't fix what you don't understand, because corruption isn't stored in rows, it's stored in assumptions. And unless you fix these assumptions, the corruption returns. How very few engineers think here. They don't ask what query is wrong. They ask, where did this data originate from? Which transformations touched it? Which service owns its meaning? Which contracts exist between producers and consumers? What changed recently, even if safe? They think in data lineage, not logs. They trace truth, not errors. This is day 9 of the challenge. You are on call, system is fast, no errors, dashboards are green, but business numbers are wrong. What is the first question you ask? Not the fix, not the command, not the tool, but your thinking process. There is no single correct answer. There are only honest and dangerous assumptions. Comment your thought process that keeps your day 9 streak alive. This incident separates engineers who debug symptoms from engineers who debug truth. If you can think clearly here, you can survive almost any production incident. Drop your thinking in the comments. Outages are loud, latency is visible, but corrupted truth is silent. And silent failures are the ones that destroy systems, teams, and trust. Day 9 teaches one brutal lesson: a system that runs is not necessarily a system you can trust. Tomorrow gets even darker because tomorrow we talk about data loss that looks like success.